Yo, hello, Akil here again. New glasses. I'm pretty sure since I posted on this channel. Um, I usually post on this channel when I have something so like something I just want to say. I look really good with these new glasses on. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna take any lollygagging. Let's just start. I've since these past 2 weeks, I've really gotten into artificial intelligence, specifically runway ML, Gen 1, and it's completely changed so much for me. Even ChatGPT has changed so much for me, what it means to be a creative. And I think there's so much to talk about. Um, just writing this new script, this new movie, you know, it's changed my workflow so profoundly that this is the first time I feel like technology has caught up to me. Um, ChatGPT is wonderful. I can change my brainstorming way of brainstorming. Isn't that like that's one of the hardest parts of creating the brainstorming process? Knowing what can I use, what shouldn't I use, what parts of the different things I can use, how do I mesh that together? The iteration process is so fast. I don't have to talk with Josh or talk with Lando or talk with my brother all day about different ideas we might have. And while that does still have value, right? It doesn't mean the same thing anymore when you have these tools here, right? And, you know, I'm throughout this conversation I'm having, I'm also going to compare it to like the doubter, the person who's going to say, "Oh, but that's the best part of the brainstorming, the talking." That's the best part of the brainstorming process because that's how we learn to brainstorm. The process of brainstorming was having the big notepad out, drawing post-its and sticking it to the wall. That completely changed when you start thinking about things like Google Docs. We can collaborate from a computer. You know, we grew up on Google Docs, so that we were like, yeah, Google Docs is awesome. Even all these spreadsheet different platforms, that's awesome. I'm pretty sure before Google Docs came out, there was like, oh, nothing beats being in person and really having the post-its and having the collage book. Kids don't have collage books anymore; they just have their phones. But we don't care about that. We know because Google Docs is amazing. We have the cloud. You can access it from everywhere. You can add as many people on it. You can work remotely. It's amazing. FaceTime and things like that. It's a tool. People probably were like, FaceTime? Nothing beats being in person. Well, it's not the same thing. And as technology improves, things that matter, they don't really matter anymore. Like maps. Oh, these kids don't know nothing about maps. We don't. We have Google Maps. We don't care about your maps. Like, and it's exciting because I'm witnessing an industrial revolution for the first time. Like this is I'm it's such a privilege. Thank the Lord Jesus. Before I want to start all this, I want to say thank you, Lord Jesus, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Pastor Deji. Thank you, Pastor Chris, for giving me the opportunity to be around all these tools right now to be able to speak about it as a leader, right? What we have access to right now, it's amazing. It's so profound and so amazing. I'm never going to speak from a point of fear and say, oh, it's scary. Nothing scares me. So I don't know how to rationalize in that way. With all of this, there's definitely precautions and definitely things we have to keep in mind as it relates to our relations with one another. Not the technology, but as we relate to each other. That's what has to be concerning. It's not the AI is not going to take over the world. It's a computer. We have to make sure that people are treating each other with the same respect using these tools. That's what it's about. This doesn't present a new problem. It's the same problem. It's just presented in a different way with new technology. It's just different lens. They're just different frames we're wearing. But people, we are still people. For those who know what that meant, I'm not really a person, but For those who know, Oasis fam, DLW fam, you know. But let's keep it moving, right? What I think is so amazing about all this new technology is that it's literally prophecy being fulfilled. You can literally do anything you want. Before I was saying that, bro, those words I spoke, prophet made this. I'm telling you right now, regardless if Stable Diffusion came out years ago, I know what I said for that past year made this happen. Because ain't no way. What I can do now, the movie I'm writing now, just by having new tools, it's going to be cheaper. I don't even want to say cheaper. It's going to be more cost effective for me to do more. It's going to be cheaper for me to invest in it more, if you understand what I'm saying. I'm an animator. I'm literally an animator. I can film whatever. I can make models on my I can use my phone and just go like this, and it can be a spaceship flying through air fighting an alien. All I have to do is go like this. How can you not be excited about that? Bro, people are in my DMs. People are telling me. And it's not just one person, so if you're getting offended, don't be offended. But people are out here telling me, oh, I'll never use it because a computer is like the soul's being taken out of it. What do you mean by that? It's a computer. It's a computer. It's a computer. Be inspired. Be inspired. The person that was always afraid to draw, it's not an issue. You can make art now. The person who never had a camera, who never had the money to buy a camera, they can create high quality shots. They can make a whole movie. You don't need those things anymore. You can do it. That's so amazing. I always wanted to be a good animator. I was always like drawing and stuff. I don't even have to know how to draw. I don't have to spend the hours and tedious hours learning. And you know, there's always a value to these things. So I'm never going to condescend on any animator. You know, those skills are always, because they're going to inform what you can do. So it's never like those things aren't necessary. But those things aren't necessary anymore. They're not limiting factors. Things that would take years of production can be done in 5 minutes by a 5th grader. That's wonderful. I literally made a 9-second thing, but I mean, I'm using different people's stuff, and okay. Not even gonna say that. That was my work. That, for example, the skate edit I did, it was my work. I'd say it was my work. But what my work means is different now. And if you need a picture of this, the most golden musician right now, everyone's favorite musician is Kanye West. When he was coming up, I'm pretty sure people was hating on his sampling. It's not real music. You don't know how to play no real instruments. You can't do nothing. I just saw Shaka Khan hated Through the Wire. But that's a classic to us. Everyone knows Through the Wire. People revere sampling. Sampling culture has dominated music for the past 30 years. Hip-hop was based off of sampling. Based off of taking people's songs. Taking taking that and remix. It's recycling. That's what art is. It's recycling. So the fact that I'm able to take someone's video, take my idea from one piece, mesh it together in 9 seconds, have something that showed that idea in my head in 10 minutes, be inspired. Be inspired. Come on. The fact, there's nothing stopping you anymore. You have it all on your laptop. You have it all on your phone. You can literally do anything. You can record something, have GPT do all the hard work, cut it up, change your voice into something different. You know, and that puts back to, what about all the problems? I'm not problem oriented, first of all, so I'm not going to be thinking about all the problems, all the things that can go wrong. Again, like what I said before, it's the problems are going to come from people respecting other people, not the technology, because technology can't respect people. It's technology. Technology doesn't have a spirit. It doesn't have a soul. It's not the same thing. Technology will never surpass humans. That doesn't make any sense. Stop being fearful. I'm not going to argue with you. If you want to crawl under your bed and hide, I pray that you won't. You won't. But as for the dreamers, as for the leaders, as for those who want to do something great, I'm challenging you. Look at the tools in front of you and drop your ego and make something great. The movie you loved. No. The movie. I'm a film student. I'm a photographer. I'm a painter. Oh, you are? Oh. Lose it. It doesn't mean anything anymore. Don't be scared. Oh, I'm a painter. Oh, AI, it can paint. That means it has no soul. Come on, get up, pick yourself up. Is that all you can? Are you just a painter? This is a test. Who are you? What can you do? I've done it all. What this is providing is different. Surprise, guys. If you love the artist identity, if you love the engineer identity, if you love all these identities, be prepared, because soon it's not going to mean anything. When I mean identity, I mean things like in terms of creative art, I guess, creative arts. Be prepared to what you were thinking about is going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen. I don't need an animator. And the thing that is crazy is that it's happening for a generation that just learned that this is possible. Oh, I learned I can be a fashion designer. I learned I can be an animator. I just learned that those things are cool, that I can actually be those things. Your parents couldn't be those things, and now you thought you could be those things, but before you really realized you could do those things, now this thing happens. And then you're like, oh no, I didn't have a chance to be that quite yet. I guess millennials kind of had the opportunity. We kind of had the opportunity, but the iPhone was made, 20 years ago? We have to stop thinking like that. One person is there's no more painter, there's no more, it's just you. You don't need the stereotypical structure. The stuff we're producing they're not going to be movies anymore. They're not going to be songs anymore. People are going to be... Bro, think about it. People can drop businesses like songs now. People can drop... Friday. New world... Think about people can say that new world dropping Friday. Come visit my world. And you're still talking about a song, a painting, a movie. People can literally create their own virtual realities. Release them and have people experience their ideas holistically. And you're scared about your movie? Yeah, no one's gonna care about your movie. No one's gonna care. I mean, I'm saying this like respectfully, but if you want to be relevant in the artistic world, coming now, step your game up. Lose the ego. Choose to learn. Don't be the artisans in the 1800s, whatever the Industrial Revolution was, that said, "Oh, the factory is bad. What about artisan labor? You know, the shoemaker, the village shoemaker, bro. It's Nike, bro. It's Nike. You don't get shoes from the village shoemaker, regardless. Even if you like the village shoemaker, what you got on your feet? Nike. Who be releasing the heat? Nike. Who's getting the money? Nike. The village shoemaker is still the village shoemaker. And probably the person who made Nike never made a shoe once in his life. The same way the next Steven Spielberg probably is gonna be, I don't know, who it could be anyone. The next Beyonce could be mute. The next Picasso could be blind. Not to equate disabilities, but you can be anything. You can do anything. Literally. Catch up. I'm putting this in a challenge. I'm talking the talk right now. Get offended if you want to get offended. Because what I'm about to do is about to shake the world. And that's facts. Remember I told y'all I was going to fly? Watch.